Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurdini Safa BKK13103.
My name is Nur Ain Hanani binti Abdul Razak.
We're students from Bachelor English with Communication at UNISA, and we are currently in semester 2. So, have you seen our interview video with our friends Aina talking about how she lived her life as a student who works a part-time job? So, I believe it is a very insightful interview sessions that we have conducted. So today we are going to reflect our previous interview session, capturing the info we are getting, the advantages and disadvantages, the things that we can improve, and overall conclusions about the interview session. So now let's move on to our first discussion.
Firstly, the information that we've gained from the interview. We've gained a lot of new information about facts working in F&B industry. For example, we just found out that pearls, or most of people call it boba, can only be consumed after 3 hours cooking it. And the worker have to cook a new batch of it after 3 hours. Next, we've realized that balancing work and studies can actually be manageable if we're smart enough about time management. And let's take Aina for example. Despite having a packed schedule with work and classes, she still makes sure to find time to go over her lecture notes, and this way she can catch up on anything she might miss in class. And it goes to show that with good time management skills, it's possible to keep up with both work and studies without negatively impacting the other. And from this interview, we also learned that working a part-time job while studying is not an impossible thing to do. In fact, many students do that as an alternative to gain extra money, and it is bearable as long as the individual knows how to balance their time within the study and their job. And if you have the desire, nothing is impossible.
So moving on to the advantages. So our decision to interview our friend Aina about managing part-time work while studying has been really helpful in many ways. Firstly, it gave us a really clear picture onto what it's like to handle both things at the same time. Talking to our friend who is doing this gave us a better insight on the ups and downs of this lifestyle. And also because our guest is someone who we are close to, the interview felt easy and relaxed. We could share our experience and advice to each other, and it was comfortable for our friend to talk openly too, which made the interview very fun. So lastly, about the advantages, we choose this topic because we think that many students are going through the same thing. By talking about it, we hope to give practical advice to the students who are having the same problem, so that they can handle their work and study better. So it is all about supporting each others and building stronger community among the students.
Besides, I believe this interview also had few flaws, like the first one is biased perspective. When interviewing a friend about balancing work and study, there's a chance they might not tell us everything. We might focus more on the good stuff and ignore the tough parts. And this could make it seem like it's easier than it really is. So we need to be aware of this and try to get a balanced view of their experiences. The second one is privacy concerns. Talking about personal stuff like work or school or struggles could make our guests uncomfortable. And we need to be more careful not to pry into private matters. And it's important to talk openly about what she's comfortable sharing and about what she'd rather keep private. Respecting her boundaries keeps trust between us. And lastly is subjectivity in questioning. Since we're friends, we might unintentionally ask questions that lead them to give certain answers. And this could make the interview less fair or balanced. To avoid this, we should ask questions that let them share their thoughts freely and without influencing their answers. This way, we get a more honest picture of their experiences.
However, it seems like there's room for improvements, right? So first off, I think we should pick a quieter place such as in a class or in a library, because at the first place we went for an open place to keep things chills, but it ended up being too noisy with people walking around and car passing by. So we think finding a quieter spot would help us stay focused for a better interview session. Then we gotta work on our speaking. Our voices were okay, but it could have been better and clearer. So maybe using a microphone could help, so that everyone could hear us properly. And plus, maybe we can jazz up the questions a bit, making it more fun and interesting. That would keep the interview lively. So next time we will definitely come up with some awesome questions to make the interview more engaging, informative, and impactful for everyone. And lastly, I believe by addressing this area of improvements, we can make our future interviews more professional, engaging, and impactful.
And all in all, this interview session did teach us a lot of new things, and it is no doubt that this interview session could have been more impactful if we improve in a certain aspect. And by doing this assignment, we have learned and improved ourselves in so many things, from how to construct interview questions, talking in front of the camera, editing videos, and it has been such a great learning experiences. And we also have noticed and learned from our mistakes, and we are eager to do better in the upcoming assignments. And that is all from us. Thank you.